Okay, so it seems like we are talking about Mint Fantome today, and essentially, yeah, she's been doing very good with the whole Densetsu stuff, which has been going on with the other two members as well, and I'm really glad that obviously everything has been going very well with that as we've been covering it over the past couple of months now. Now, it seems like Mint has found herself in a little bit of, I guess, a backlash or something, I don't know. I think it's pretty crazy and pretty stupid as well that she's even found herself in this spot, because, again, this shouldn't be the case at all, and it all comes from this post here kind of highlighting a lot of the stuff that's been going on, saying a warning to all content creators: never let your audience dictate who you're allowed to associate with. It's always a losing battle, as seen by this insane goal posting here. It also turns you into a servant to your audience. Ask a friend/PR professional instead. And yeah, as you can see here, obviously it all stems, I'm pretty sure, from a meme with it's a really small meme, by the way, as with Mint and Pipkin Pippa both there in a thing there, right? And obviously they're talking or whatever, and then yeah, someone posted get a job, stay away from her, and yeah, people were saying essentially to stay away from Pipkin Pippa, because obviously she isn't exactly your most conventional VTuber. She obviously says a lot more things that maybe could be considered controversial, but I don't think anything that she says is exactly bad or anything like that. She's just a little bit different from your average VTuber, which I think is actually a very good thing in a world where, you know, it is very saturated and people are all the same, right? And as you can see here, you know, they said I did a concert, and you can see here the Mint and Pippa are there, and a lot of people have been saying stuff like, I'm sure the fact that Pippa and Mint have barely any interactions during the concert, and none since, is because they don't want people to know that they are very close friends, which again is absolutely crazy. And someone put the moving the goalpost kind of gif there, which I think is quite funny, which, yeah, I think that's insane, because as you can see here, you know, essentially what people were trying to say is the fact that stay away from kind of implying the fact that they haven't interacted before, or that, you know, she doesn't know anything about Pippa, and then they've revealed that they have done a concert together, right? So they do know each other, and then they're saying, oh, but like, you know, they might be very close friends behind the scenes, but they don't want people to know. It's crazy, right? And then they continue on to say, my risky tweet is quickly leaving my circle. It's so over for me, man. Just found out that I'm a tourist for pointing out the fact that Mint and Pippa have barely interacted. A true fact. People who Oshi both baffle me. What do you mean your Oshi's a bisexual woman and an anime girl? Blank. I'm not going to say that, but obviously you know who that is. The mustache man, right? And I think that is pretty crazy, calling Pippa that, especially considering that, you know, she hasn't, you know, I don't think she's expressed any of the views that he has, right? But again, I think that's pretty crazy that's even been said. Anyways, I do think as well, this is a very common stupid thing that I see in Twitter kind of drama, is people saying, my risky tweet is leaving my circle. It's so over for me, man. Again, if you don't want something to be seen by other people, if you're actually genuinely worried about other people seeing your dumb takes online, then maybe just don't upload it to Twitter in the first place, right? I feel like you should probably just keep it to yourself, or keep it on a private account with nobody on it, rather than posting it on your public account, which has the chance to go viral at any point, right? Obviously, yeah, sure, if you are someone who, you know, farms like 10 likes a day or whatever, and you barely get any kind of traction to your content, sure, yes, you do feel like you have that little bit more of a safe space, but let's be real, the algorithm doesn't care about that. It doesn't care about that you got your own little safe space. It will 100% boost your post if it's controversial enough, if it's something that, you know, people like to see. And I do think it's crazy that people try to use this kind of defense, like, oh my god, I never expected it to leave my circle. I can't believe it did this. I can't believe the Twitter algorithm worked and did its job, right? Which I think is pretty crazy. And obviously as well, I said, sure, but which one do you want? My personal opinion or professional opinion, or both? Which, yeah, I think is crazy. Oh no, I'll see. Yeah, it says, by the way, if you guys want a standard, this is always how I answer such questions and consider the professional and adult way of doing it. Being able to separate the two is the mark of someone capable of not getting lost in the source. Says, yeah, which one do you want? My personal opinion, my professional opinion, or both? Said, sometimes getting into drama by associating with a controversial content creator is worth it. It's all about making the enlightened decisions, weighing your options with all the available and accurate information you can get. Reminder that PR is cynical and about optics, which, yeah, 100% true, right? You know, people will hate you or whatever for interacting with certain people, but it really is, you know, dependent on, you know, who that person is actually and what you believe personally about this person, right? Because again, you could have 20 million people telling you that, you know, Pipkin Pippa is the next coming of, you know, the mustache man. But let's be real, have you done any of your own research into exactly what she has said, into exactly what she believes, into exactly who she is as a person? And then once you do that, then you can make your own decision on whether you agree with those people or whether it's worth the risk to kind of interact with, you know, Pippa or any other streamer as well who may have some, you know, kind of negative, you know, feedback or a negative audience against her, right? Which I think, yeah, it's kind of up to you to kind of figure out for yourself, are they actually a bad person, or is this just Twitter being Twitter and trying to get angry at people? And it seems like in this case of Pippa, you know, it is just Twitter being Twitter, right? It's just a dumb kind of situation where, you know, people just want no one to kind of interact with her because they don't like her for whatever reason. Again, I think it's stupid. I think, you know, people getting angry at this kind of stuff is so dumb. But again, it is something that does happen in the space. You know, as I said, as someone who's been marked before, I appreciate your viewpoint on this. Problematic usually means someone I don't like or someone that I don't really know. So problematic is generally used as a nonsense vague word that you can put behind everything that you want. So it's a social signaler, no more than a ideological one that you think the person you attach to is morally abject. It's simpleton and ideological propaganda all in one word. Saying seeing Pippa do more collabs and come up with a show is really nice. That I agree. I personally love collabing with people, but I know it's not easy for everyone to trust someone to talk to you in public. I hope we see more. I said already have had to tell plenty of people to go away when trying to pull this stuff on me, especially whenever I was editing for Chiggy while he was still streaming. There's a difference between a friend and being worried you'll get dragged into drama, and random strangers / fans, in quotation marks fans, trying to look for an excuse to either cancel or isolate someone because of X, which, yeah, obviously, yeah, this kind of word that gets thrown around, controversial and stuff, always gets thrown around, and it really puts people off sometimes in terms of collabs, which is very disappointing because it would, you know, really be nice to kind of have that go around, right? They said, I worked with 2 big controversial VTubers making a piece of merch, and each time I mentioned / shared something about it, I would usually get messages like, why are you associating with those two? And calling me every buzzword on the book. And they said, I really hate how Cinders is just business turned into such a meme, because ironically, it is very true. Very often, it is just business. If they don't want you to working with certain people, they should be hiring and paying you more. Money is money. Cynical, I know. Which, yeah, I think is pretty crazy. They said, bisexual woman and anime girl blank. What are even those insults? He said, yeah, 1, assuming Mint's sexuality, 2, calling Pippa the anime girl blank unironically. How am I supposed to take this seriously? What even is this comparison? Is that supposed to imply that bisexual women are lawful and good and can do no wrong? Which, yeah, I think is crazy too. And yeah, obviously there's been a really big discussion behind this that many VTubers have been kind of putting in their own 2 cents into, which I just thought was kind of an interesting thing to look at. And it is crazy that some people are hating on Mint or hating on Pippa even for interacting you know, with Mint, which I don't even know, bro. It's so dumb. I don't even know why people try to police their favorite VTubers, right, on this kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, that is essentially all there is for the situation. I just kind of wanted to cover it because, again, I thought it was pretty crazy and pretty stupid. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameSubs, use my code Kazza, get 10% off. Again, they got a ton of cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.